This is somebody who's choosing to be somewhere out of fear, not love. Right? This is somebody who has made a lot of mistakes in their life, and it terrifies them to let go of control. It terrifies them to go down a path that challenges them, and you may be somebody that challenges this person. So they stay where they feel safe, not where they feel love. And if this sounds like you already, then this reading is for you. Welcome to my channel. And this is going to be a collective love reading. Look at this 8 of Swords here, and the 9 of Wands. I'm going to go down Aries through Pisces at the end too. So if you have somebody specific on your mind, I will pick them up. But, the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, it's like this person is beating themselves up. They make things harder for themselves, but it's somebody that has had it rough. It's somebody that has gone through a relationship, maybe after a relationship, or they just didn't get the rule book. They don't understand it. They just made a lot of mistakes and have a lot of guilt, regret, and inner demons that they fight. The 9 of Wands is somebody who almost feels like giving up at times, right? Like they just don't even know what's next for them. So with this kind of energy, this feels like somebody here that goes where it's safe. Like I said, goes where it's safe, not where they're being challenged to step up. It's like, I don't have any more energy to be on my top of my game. I can't be, look at that 3 of Cups. But this, I can't be with who I want to be with. I can't be happy. This is somebody who struggles with that too. It's like, I'm not happy. But it takes a lot out of me, again, to be with somebody that I really want to be with and please. It's almost like, I don't know if I've got it in me anymore to step up to the plate. And so I go somewhere where somebody doesn't require much from me. And I miss you every day, or I think about you every day. I mean, look at this 3 of Cups. It's like, I carry this burden. And I also feel like this person is being like, is it the martyr? That's been coming through lately, right? Like, oh, I'm doing what's best for you. You don't need me in your life. You don't deserve this, and you deserve more. And it's like, shut up. It's like, I want this. I want to be with you. You quit with the, just step up your game already. And it can make this person feel like a coward though, which is another reason why they might hide from you or not say anything. It's like, because they know that they are choosing to be where they're at for the wrong reasons, even if they're by themselves, guys. Even if they're by themselves. This is somebody that's afraid to be seen, afraid to admit that I'm just not like I used to be. I'm not that spring chicken, or I'm not as excited as you think I am, or, I'm not that confident as you think I am. And it's going to show through eventually if I'm around you. You're going to see my weaknesses. It's easy to be around you once in a while and be fun and show the side of me that is happy or wants to be with you, but I don't want you to see what's really going on beneath. But it's going to hit this person because they're not happy. Can you see this? They're not happy in the situation that they chose. So if you are dealing with a third party, this is not what they thought. But they are also worn out and don't know if they have the strength to make the situation. Is it easier to just stay put in the shit and hope it works out, or, wait for a break? Sometimes people sit there and they wait for the tower moment to happen, and they unconsciously or consciously start to sabotage the situation they're in so that the other person will leave. right? And they could have done this to you too. You know, it's a pattern. I'll sabotage it so that they leave, but there's something obviously about you, because you're still here, that this person feels a strong pull to, because you don't want to give up on this person. And you remind this person constantly of what they could have had or what they can have. Right. So my spirit guides just screamed out, look your best, be your best, always on your best for yourself, doing what you do. Because that's the light that this person is drawn to. They want to see where it's happy. They want to see where it's where they can grow. They want you, but they also don't want to look weak. So let's see their energy. I have the Ace of Cups. I mean, all right, this is somebody here that's really weak in their emotions. Not weak as a person. They're just weakened by their emotions. This is somebody that's seeking love. This is somebody that really wants love in their life. You know, they may have pushed you away, or that it feels like they're pushing you away. We can see why. They just, you know, even if there's not a third party, you can see why, what I was just saying. But the Ace of Cups is, this is, I want love. I want to be in love. I want this opportunity to feel love. I want to fill my cup. I want to feel joy. Your person's obviously not feeling any joy right now. You know, and eventually it's going to get to them, especially if they were somebody of, you know, good quality person. You know what I mean? If they're somebody, I mean, obviously you fell in love with them. You know, some people that we fall in love with and you're like, yeah, you know damn well that they're not going to go anywhere. They're not getting anywhere. You might think you might fix them, but then there are people that you're like, man, this is a good person. I love this person. They're just in a bad spot. Or they were going through a bad situation. You know, so ultimately this person here does give off a vibe of, I'm down and I'm not myself. I'm not in a good place. But there's a chance that this person will revive themselves, you know. And maybe they see you and they see you're somebody that when they're with you, you do bring them back to life. You bring out some sort of fun side. Have you ever talked to somebody and all of a sudden they started getting more excited when they're talking to you and they start mirroring you back and forth? You lift them up even by something like that. There's something about your energy. And sometimes people need to miss that for a minute so that they get that spark back when they do talk to you. So if this is distant with this person, you know, they will feel that spark instantly because of the contrast. What's their challenge? The Seven of Wands. This person has a hard time. They're very defensive, very guarded. You know, they have a hard, it feels like this person just sits in with these walls around them. They want to speak their truth. They're right on the verge. They want to just, you know, reach out. It feels like pressure from them everywhere. It feels like they get a lot of pressure. They have a lot of pressure, put a lot of pressure on themselves. It's like they may even be in a situation where they find themselves doing more than they ever wanted to do. They could have got pulled into a situation that was only supposed to be temporary, and then it turned out to be more. And it got harder. So now their obstacle is defending themselves and speaking their truth. This is, you know, calling shit out. They need to be called out. They need to call themselves out. They need to get the hell out of a situation and stop saying somewhere out of fear, because it's not even fear, fear, Fair, sorry, my accent, to the person that they're with. Or it's not fair to themselves. If they're by themselves, they're not even giving themselves a chance here to let somebody come into their world. This is somebody that's very guarded. Feels like they just need to protect themselves constantly. So they might even feel like anytime they want to make a decision or anytime they want to do something, they just feel like everybody's got something to say, or somebody, or there's always a bunch of people getting in the, drama in the way. Or there's a battle they're up against and they're just not ready to face it. I don't want to deal with this drama from this person, or I don't want to deal with my own drama, my own problems, my own shit that I keep trying to keep buried, keep my walls up. This person made some choices in the past that led them into this position. They have made some choices that that's made their life harder than it's had to be. And now it feels like they're settling either with themselves in a quiet life because it's easier to avoid everything than to be with somebody they love, or they're in a situation where, this person doesn't require a lot of effort from them, but this person must really love them and they feel guilty because they have this regret. They don't love this person as much as they loved you, or they like you, or care about you, or want to be with you. And if they're single, they're not being honest with how much they care about you. But their fears of being in a relationship with you are keeping them blocked. They're blocking themselves. Now, this isn't going to be for everybody. So in my readings, you've got to feel it. You've got to feel it like, I know this is my person. Somebody to have regret or make a choice or do something like this had to be invested in you in some way. How do they view you? The 9 of Pentacles. Look at you looking good. You looking good. They see you as the golden choice. You must be doing your thing. Maybe you've set off and you've had time and you've put yourself together, or you've been very successful. And maybe you were the one that was always responsible. And, that could be boring for some people. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't be exciting for you all the time. But you know what? The bills are paid. Things are done. You know who you can trust. You know who you can come back to. Here I am. I got it made, got my shit together. But you can run off and be safe somewhere else just because I hold you responsible. I hold you accountable because I know my worth. Oh, they see it now. They know it now, or they will. Remember, videos are timeless. But you carry in yourself, and they know you carry yourself. But you're also somebody that has integrity and respect, and then they have to stand up to a certain expectation. They either have to make something up for you or be a certain way, step up to the plate to give you what you need and what you deserve. And that's where their lame excuse could be, I just can't do it. Yes, you can. You just don't want to. It's easier to hide behind somebody who's taking care of you. Look at this 10 of Wands. It's going to get to them. I mean, you can't get more, look at that. 8 of Swords. This shows on this person. I got a headache. They don't stop thinking about this. When you're in a situation you don't want to be in and you don't vibe with it, you notice it all day long. You can try and ignore it, but, you're always thinking about somewhere else, where I can be. Where can I go? If you don't want to be in a situation and you're with them, you're always trying to find ways. You end up wearing yourself out because you find so many ways to avoid the situation you're in. And when you're single, you do the same thing. If you're avoiding from being with somebody that you really want to be with, and you're out there, you'll do everything as a single person to keep yourself busy to the point you're tired because you're avoiding your loneliness. There's no escaping your truth. The 3 of Cups, their happiness, their love, they want to be happy. They want joy. 10 of Wands, they're going to crack. They're going to give up. They're going to give in. What's your challenge with this person? The Tower card, they're unstable, and then, they just kinda, you know what I just feel? It just dropped. This person really came in and left a number, really shook things up for you, and that's not cool with a Nine of Pentacles. A Nine of Pentacles knows how to fix this. Oh, you came in, you created a tower, you caused a bunch of chaos, you broke up, you left, you argued with me, or you didn't like the circumstances, or this person was very unstable. But also, you won't change, because why would you change? You're coming from the Nine of Pentacles. You're like, you know, because that's a challenge for you, the tower. You don't want to, you don't want to change. This is who I am. But I also don't want chaos. I don't like chaos. I want things grounded. I want commitment. And this person wasn't being stable at the time. This person may have been going through something that was creating this energy within them to be free, to run, to do all kinds of other things rather than ground in and be, stable. This is chaos. But you obviously saw something in this person because, like I said earlier, it was somebody that you know is a really good person. They may have just been going through a bad time. There's that Tower card. You were going through somebody's tower with them. They were going through a divorce, or you guys were going through a breakup, or whatever the tower could be. It was you were trying to stay grounded in this situation the best you can, because it seems like somebody else was causing their own problems. And you're ready to rebuild it. That's the thing. It's like you're somebody that can rebuild it. You're a Virgo energy here. Service, fix, do. What do you need me to do? But this is somebody that also, the problem with you with your challenges is that you don't know if this person's going to be stable. It's like you can fix and give, but it's going to wear you out too if this person isn't ready to be real, isn't ready to ground in on this situation and do this. So let's see their intentions. I do have the Sun card. This is somebody that wants to follow their happiness. This is somebody this is a soul connection. This is, they feel this connection with you. This is somebody that wants to reconcile and grow. The Sun comes later after the Tower card. This is a rebirth, a renewal. They want happiness in their life. And it looks like there's going to be some renewal in this process. Their next actions towards you. I see the Justice card. They know they've got to bring this is a beautiful story. I'm going to be practical for a minute. We got the Ace of Cups. They're at the Ace. This is somebody that's starting to feel, something I'm really missing something. I need to fill my heart. There's a space in my heart. It's not filled. All right. You have their challenge, the Seven of Wands. They're going to have to put the work in. They're going to have to step forward. Your challenge is the Tower. They may be having to go through a breakup. They may have to go through an awakening. They may have to realize, hey, I've got to make some move. And you're the Nine of Pentacles. So you're going to have to stay calm and cool and collected while you're waiting on this person, this dudette to get their shit together and make their move. But I see somebody here who's persistent and won't give up, because the Seven of Wands is also somebody who says, I've been successful before. I've won battles before. I'll win this battle again. You have their intentions, which is the Sun card, which is, I want to be with you. I want to be with the one I love. I'm in love. They're in love with you. The Justice card is the outcome, their actions. The Justice. I want to make it right with you. I want to fulfill this contract. But this is a storyline. So this can take its time. But if this is your storyline, you will see and you will feel it grow and move. You will see the movement over time towards you. You will know. All right. We have a Leo energy. We have a Libra energy. We have Aries, Scorpio energy. Let's see Aries through Pisces for you real quick. And see this week if there is any kind of movement or actions or what they're thinking or feeling towards you. Aries, Judgment. All right. So they are obviously awakening to their truth, and they may finally, follow their truth and make a decision this week. You could actually get movement if you're talking to them. You may finally realize something or have a realization about where this is going. This could be a second chance or a do-over. You could hear from them. Taurus, Queen of Swords, right? So you could hear from a Taurus as well. It looks like I want to be honest with you. I want to be clear. So I do see communication starting or happening with the Taurus. Now, a Taurus could also be dealing with an ex. She's always my ex. You see a queen there. It's intuitively, it always feels like in this part of the reading, like they could be dealing with ex, resentment, bitterness, somebody that's interfering. It doesn't have to be an ex. It could be a mother, a sister, a friend, anybody interfering. Gemini, the Empress card. Again, there could have been somebody else too with a Gemini, but the seeds have been planted with you. It looks like a Gemini, you may hear from them. This is a beautiful energy of something ripening, manifestation, unconditional love, trust. You're the one I trust. You're the one I need to speak to. Things are growing and looking good with you and a Gemini. Cancer, 9 of Cups, happy as shit. Looks like a Cancer really wants to connect with you. You're the one they truly desire. So if you've been wishing for a Cancer, hopefully this is your wish coming true. Leo, the 5 of Pentacles. Leo's stuck. Leo's not doing well. It looks like they're struggling with the situation they're in. Looks like they're trying to do what's best, but it doesn't look like they're having a good time. Looks like they're having a hard time. All right, so you may find yourself still struggling with a Leo, but you may notice or you may hear about them having a hard time, or you may just see subtle signs that they're not doing so well. But let's wish them well. All right, Virgo. I see the 8 of Cups. Virgo here, look at them. Virgo looks like they're becoming distant. They're deciding to walk away from something unhealthy, and they're choosing to go do a little soul searching. So they're moving on, and this is giving them space to think about. You may hear that a Virgo has moved on from a situation, or you know that your Virgo has moved on and gone to be solo, and this could be where they're doing a little soul searching for you guys, like go back to the beginning of the reading. If you're separated, they're still in this isolation period. Libra, Page of Pentacles, right? So you may hear from a Libra this week, right? Good friends, good times. It looks like we're just trying to get to know each other. We're just trying to compromise. We're just trying to build, we're just trying to be there and make the right moves, right? So this is a good solid start. Sometimes it can be friendship more, and then it develops into something serious. Scorpio, the Death card, looks like something, Scorpio here going through some ending of some sort. So they're in their power. It is their power. It looks like they want to end something with a situation. So this could be a huge transformation week for your Scorpio where they do end something. Sagittarius, I see the 5 of Swords. So Sag is feeling defeated, still conflicted. You may still feel like there's some challenges. Maybe there's miscommunication with a Sagittarius. But there's something obviously going on that this person needs to, confront. All right. There seems to be mental conflict, mental stress. There may be a lot of confusion happening between you and a Sagittarius, but you can see that nobody's happy. Nobody's happy. It's raining sadness. Capricorn, 6 of Pentacles. Capricorn may start making the effort this week. It looks like they're doing what they can. They're there for you. They're going to be generous with their energy. You may notice consistency with your Capricorn. You may notice that they're just showing up. They're answering. They're being there. They're, giving you little signs and cues that you deserve their attention. I mean, you deserve to be given the attention you deserve. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. Aquarius, we see the Queen of Cups. All right, so Aquarius could be dealing with somebody else. All right, this is another person showing up in their energy. But I am seeing, though, that they have deep feelings of you. This is a Cancerian energy. Some people say it was Scorpio. I believe Scorpio is the King of Cups. So this is a Cancer energy. Cancer is not going to let go of you. All right. But this is Aquarius, where in the position of Aquarius, you see the Queen of Cups. This is somebody who has deep feelings, and they will keep them hidden and locked forever, even if they're with somebody else. So they do have deep feelings for you. All right. You may still feel they're holding back from you. Pisces, same thing, Hermit card. The light's on though. They're alone. You know, they don't want to be alone. They keep themselves alone. They're distant, but the light is on. So the path is still there. They're just still being a little bit distant from you. You may get a sign with that lantern. You may get a sign here that they're still there. They're still watching you. All right. I love you guys. If you've made it this far, I will pull a yes no card for you. All right. Well, you got a maybe that just flew out. So maybe to your question, and that usually tells me it depends on your actions, right? You have more control over your actions and your choices. All right. So I do see changes happening, and so maybe tells me maybe yes, depending on the situation where you're at and how soon, and so you know what's going on here, and it's also 50-50 with the Wheel of Fortune, the karmic wheel, but it does show something is coming back around, somebody learning a lesson, somebody coming around to face, a situation, and hopefully you guys can get off the hamster wheel and move in the right direction. All right. But it depends on actions and consequences. I do see you have another cycle coming through. Something is fated for you guys. Wheel of Fortune is a turning point. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy these. Please let me know if you enjoy the collective readings, and take care. Please hype as well. Until next time, take care.